Welcome back to my channel. Again, for anyone who's new here, I'm Steffi G. I am the creator and boss of Unbreakable Soul Fitness, the channel and the business. So this is going to be part 2 of my scary storytime and stretch. If you haven't seen that video, click off real quick, check it out, get some stretches in, and then come back to this video because this is going to be the most intense part. Let me just give you just a little recap. There's more details in the first video, but it was me and my friend Natalie. Back when we were in middle school, we were watching a show called The Outsiders. We got caught up with it, and we thought, hey, we can be Ghostbusters or whatever. So there was this basement in her childhood home, and that basement seemed to be suspicious, so we used a Nintendo DS to try to see what was going on with that basement. We found out that there happened to be a spirit in there. We quickly became friends with the spirit, were curious with the spirit. We communicated. The spirit became stronger to the point where it was able to move objects. Slowly, as we learned that spirit named Sam, she was able to express her story and how she ended up becoming a spirit, which was the murder of her and her son. And we never knew the son's name, at least I don't remember. Then she told us that her son was in the cemetery. We had to give her directions to the cemetery, and we just drew a map. She headed out the door. I also forgot that she told us that the person that murdered her was Malcolm. And now we'll start with part 2, and I'll tell you the stretches first. Alright, so our first 3 stretches that we're going to do, we just finished the hamstring stretches from the last video. So now we're going to do ground stretches, lie down on our back, and do windshield wiper stretches, which I'll demonstrate when we do it. 30 seconds each, left and right. And then after that, curl into a ball, shoot our legs up, and touch your toes in the air for about 30 seconds. The last stretch is going to be holding our legs in isolation. So one leg up, we're going to hold it down, the other leg out, and then we'll switch. Grab your mat, grab your tea, grab a cloth because girl's already sweating, and we'll get straight into it. So we're just going to lie down on our backs, like so. Have your legs at a 90-degree angle. Lie on your back, straight on your back. Arms flat onto the ground. And you're going to shift your lower body towards the right until your legs hit the ground in a nice twist, and we'll hold that for 30 seconds. It's the next day, and then all of a sudden we hear a knock at a door. Pop, pop, on the back door. We go out to check, and we open the back door, and no one is there. We're like, maybe it's Sam. So Natalie goes, she runs to get her Nintendo DS, and we record like, is this Sam? Are you here? Okay, go ahead and come back up. Twist your body back to center. And then go ahead and rotate to the other side. And twist, twist until your knees are on the ground, your hand and your upper back is still pressed to the floor. And we'll hold this for 30 seconds. We hear yes. And it sounded just like her because at this point we recognized her voice and everything. And we were like, okay, come in. And I feel like that.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Was where we messed up. So we let her in. We're like, okay, well, like, do you have your son? And she says, yes, I do. And then we're like, can we speak to him? She was like, yes. We asked, we're like, hi, how are you? What is your name? Man, I forgot his name. I like, don't even ask me what his name is. I completely forgot what his name is. But we'll just call him Jimmy.
Got a blast!
So Jimmy was like, my name is Jimmy. It was like the cutest little voice. It sounded like a toddler. It was so cute. Okay, go ahead and twist back to center. Curl into a ball. Ooh, try to balance. And just extend your legs up. Try to lift your arms up. You can either touch your calves or your heels or your toes, whatever you feel the most comfortable. For me, I'm not that flexible. I hold on to my calves, and we're just going to hold this for a few seconds. We're like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. Like, we can't see him, but like the voice, we can definitely like hear him. I think another question that people probably were figuring out was like, can you see the spirit? We weren't able to see the spirit, but maybe someone else who's more spiritual, they can connect with spirits more. But we were just young kids, so we can only just go by what we hear. Go ahead and release your left leg. Hold on to your right. Hold on to the back of the knee of your right leg. And just extend your left leg forward while you press your right leg into your torso. We're like getting to know Jimmy. What's his favorite color? And are you happy to be with your mom? And Jimmy's excited. We're like, hey, you want to see our room? Well, basically Natalie's room. The little boy's like, yeah. So we run upstairs. We go to her room, and we're just like chilling. And it sounds weird. It sounds like a different story that's gonna happen, but it's not. Like it's not gonna turn like. And we're like, oh, what do you like? Do you like the posters? It's like, yeah, it's cool. We try to ask Jimmy again, but Jimmy stopped responding. We're like, okay, where's Jimmy? Jimmy, are you still there? And Jimmy's not saying anything. Go ahead and release that leg and switch. So the right leg goes down, left leg comes up, and press it. We ask one more time, like, Jimmy, what's going on? We ask Sam, Sam, what's going on with Jimmy? Where's Jimmy? And Sam is like, I don't know. We can't lose a ghost child. This is not how that works. This is not like, how do you Amber Alert a spirit? You know what I'm saying? We're like, okay, where are you, Jimmy? Are you still here? And then all of a sudden, we hear a very deep, demonic voice. I kid you not, very low. Definitely not the kid voice that we heard earlier. And we were like, Jimmy, are you still there? And the voice was like, no. And we're like, we're gonna die, yo. Alright, go ahead and release the leg. Come back up. Nice little stretch. Now, for other sets, I want us to be standing and doing some more active stretching. So, for our legs, we're gonna do some knee swings, like the ones that you've seen in like movies or like, I don't know, in animes and stuff where they hold their knees and they just circle them. I guess they call them knees circles. I like to call them knee swings for 30 seconds and then rotate in the other direction for 30 seconds. And then after that, and then knee circles, you're gonna take one knee up, do it to the left, and make a circle with your knee while the other one is stationary. We'll do that for 30 seconds and then switch to the other side. The last one, you have your legs out wide and you're just gonna bend one knee and do almost like a side lunge and switch. Alternating side lunges. Got out of focus.
Bruh.
Okay. Ready? Hands on the knees and go. So we hear a low demonic voice say,
No.
my friend Natalie is automatically gone. She's just not here. She's scared. She doesn't know what's going on. We're freaking out. We ask, who is it? We're bold. We could have been like, get out, get out. So maybe we thought that Jimmy was playing, even though I don't think that's possible for a young kid to sound like that. Whew. Okay, go ahead and switch to the other side. And then we didn't hear anything for a long time until it was like a long pause. And then we heard.
Malcolm.
So my adult brain now is thinking that when we open that door, we literally open that door to the spirit world, to a demonic world, and we just let another spirit in. We are freaking out. We're like, we don't know who this is. What's going on? We tell it to get out.
Scram! Leave her alone!
And then all of a sudden the place turns real cold. Like her room gets really, really cold. And it's just this eerie feeling. And I'm guessing that Malcolm character was right next to us. Okay. Nice swings. Go ahead and lift up your left leg. Keep the other leg stationary and rotate it to the side, down, other side, up, side, down. Go ahead and rotate. Now we think about the show. The other side is we think about what your grandparents tell you about dealing with spirits, like the cross and getting a priest. There was no way we can have a priest on hand, right? Because we're kids, we can't just call a local priest and be like, hey, we have a demon in our house and we want to get an extra for thank you. Can't do that. That friend is Hispanic. Naturally, they have crosses. And we happened to, she had a cross necklace. So she used her necklace as a defense for us. We're like, I don't think it's like strong enough because it's just this cross necklace is so tiny. Okay, go ahead and switch legs. So we're getting to this point where like, okay, this is an emergency now. We're telling this thing to get out, get out. It's saying no. And it's trying to play with us. We're trying to tell it to leave. My friend's freaking out because she just can't have an evil spirit in her home because how is she supposed to sleep? And it's literally in her room. So we had to figure out how to get it out. So we're like, okay, I guess it's up to us. The Ghostbusters. She's waving her cross around, right? We're like, get out, get out, get out of here, get out of here. One thing that I knew, I thought like maybe this couldn't be that bad, you know? Maybe this is all just a fever dream and we're faking everything. I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing out of here. And then all of a sudden, okay, that was about 30 seconds. Go ahead and split your legs apart. And we're gonna do these side lunges. Go. So just a nice, easy side lunge, alternate, just nice and slow. So Natalie, she falls into me. Like full on, like it's not like she pushes me, but like something like shoved her. And she's very light. So she shoved into me. It kind of hurt. I was like, what's going on? Like, ow, that hurt. She's like, I don't know what's going on. Something like pushed me. I think it pushed me. And so she's freaking out because now things are getting real. Damn it, please. And she lifted up her shirt and she had a bruise on her ribs. I was like, oh no. This is really, this is way above my pay grade. She's holding her cross, right? I was like, we need more crosses. So we take some paper, we draw a cross with some markers and cut it out because we had this time to do all that because we had to exercise this thing. And we start swinging the cross around. It was very intense. The room was still cold. You could just feel this uneasiness. My friend is hurt. I'm trying to make sure she's okay. We hear a knock at the door, the front door. Okay, come back up. That was those 3 exercises. The next one we're gonna do upper body. I'm just gonna have you cross your arms. Your right arm first. Cross the other arm and hold it. 30 seconds each. Arms up. I hope I don't have any hair. Oop. Arms up. And you're gonna tilt your body to the side to do a nice lat stretch. And then the other side. 30 seconds each. And then you're gonna put your arms down, hold it behind you, and hold it out like this for 30 seconds. Okay, ready? Go ahead and take your right arm, cross it over and hold it. So like I said, we hear a knock at the door. We're trying to ghost bust and stuff like that. We're freaking out. Everybody's freaking out. My underwear has a little pee in it. We go downstairs and we're like, okay, who's at the door? Me not realizing what time it was around 5-ish. It turned out it was my mom because obviously my mom had to pick me up because I was at my friend's house. So I'm over there begging my mom, like, Mom, please, 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 let me just stay over. Let me just stay over. Can you just grab my clothes? Let me stay over. It's an emergency.
We cannot escape. We cannot come out. Mama.
And she's wondering, like, why are you freaking out like this? Like, what's going on? I'm like, I just really, really want to stay over. Please, 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 please. And then my friend's begging. We're like, please, 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 let me stay over. Okay, go ahead and cross your arm. The other arm, hold it. And my mom's like, what's going on? Like, why are you freaking out? Like, why would I get clothes and stuff like that? Please, please, I just really want this. I was just like, please, please, I really want to stay over. Like, it's an emergency. Like, my friend friend, she doesn't feel well, and she been like, I guess it was some kind of excuse that I made. But like my mom was, she's awesome, so she let me stay over. She was like, okay, well, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll pick you up, because we were that close. It's nighttime. We really need to get rid of this evil spirit immediately so that she can get some sleep and that we can both get some sleep. Go ahead and release your arm. Put your arms up. Hold them up. Lean to the side. Okay. Oh, feel that nice stretch. Awesome. Mom leaves. We're left here trying to figure out what to do. We try to cut up more crosses, trying to go around the whole house. And mind you, I don't think I explained this earlier. We weren't alone in the house. It's not like we were just the two of us, like just alone in the house. That's not how it worked. Her grandma was there. So her grandma was basically like, but she doesn't really speak English, so she kind of was just chilling while we were having this epic battle. She was just sleeping, not knowing what's going on. Okay, go ahead and lean to the other side. We weren't just two kids alone in the house. Yeah. Back to the story. We go back to the room. We're trying to get this thing out. I'm holding on to my friend because I don't want her flying all over the place like what happened before and getting hurt. She's saying she's okay, but she's freaking out, and I'm freaking out, rightfully so also. The room is still cold. We're trying to be like, get out, get out. We're holding the bootleg dollar store DIY cross.
Escucha las palabras de las brujas, los secretos escondidos en la noche.
Finally, the room starts to get like a little warmer. It doesn't feel a little weird. We keep asking like, who's here, who's here? And then we hear a voice. Go ahead and release your arms. Hold them behind your back, clasp them. Make sure your shoulders are pushed back, chest up, and just hold this pose. Then we hear Sam's voice again. We're like, okay, what happened? And they're like, yeah, Malcolm was here. We hid. We tried to ask them like, do you see Malcolm? Is he still here? And they said no. And we had to believe them, I guess. So, everything starts to seem right, or as normal as it could be for two kids and two spirits in a regular room. Could be. Oh, hold that pose just a little longer. That was the story of my paranormal activity. Go ahead and release your arms. Ooh. Wiggle your body. Sorry this was a long one. I wasn't supposed to share this story. We made like this pact after everything that happened. She ended up moving to another place, and she told me like, we should never tell anyone about this story. Pinky sweared and everything. Problem was, I told the story multiple times too. Luckily, I changed the names. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this story. I don't know if the spirits are still in the house. The house is still up. Someone else lives in the house, so I can't just walk up and be like, hey, you have spirits in your house. They'll find out eventually. Or maybe they were gone. But yeah, that was the scary story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope it was enough scary tea for you. The last time I'm probably going to share this story ever on this platform. I'm going to share it. I'm never going to share it in real life again. This is it. Then I'm going to finally move on. And if y'all ever want to know anything about it, you can always rewatch this every Halloween just to give yourself a little spookiness, a little fright. If you enjoyed the stretching and you feel nice, loose, and goosey, I'm glad. You can watch my other Storytime and stretches that are less scary. If you want to hear more scary stories, I had the one about almost getting kidnapped, and then the one about my job being like a kitchen nightmare. That was scary for me. I mean, if you don't like bugs and stuff like that, if you're very triggered by bugs, don't watch it. But don't forget to like and subscribe, like this video. Most importantly, to share this video. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your demons. Everyone will have a laugh, you know. Most importantly, don't forget to eat your vegetables and drink your water and vice versa. And peace and hair grease. Hair grease.